is Turning Pain into Power, Part 3, ASMR edition. And when I said 3 times a charm, I actually tried filming this exact video twice. I unfortunately had to scratch the complete footage because of construction noise in the background. I mean, take a look for yourself how bad it was. I hope any background noise that you get to hear throughout this video is bearable. You probably heard that. I don't know what that was. Do you hear the dogs? You definitely hear the dogs. There's some hammering going on. I'm trying to keep my cool. This is okay. There's a kid watching something on their smartphone, and I can hear it through the headphones, and there's more construction noise. I know that the right type of video with the right type of message will make it out eventually, so all is well. With that being said, in today's video we're gonna cover the topic of dealing with anxiety and panic attacks. Trust me, I'm well aware that it's a very sensitive topic, so please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And if you haven't seen prior videos of mine, this is just mainly gonna be me reading to you a story that I wrote a couple of days ago about that topic, and fingers crossed it makes you feel less alone. Lean back, maybe grab yourself something nice to drink, something to snack on, and just ignore, as I said before, the shouting in the background. Whose idea was it again to film in nature? Oh yeah, that would be me. Honestly, at this point, I've become so unbothered. Like, it's way more important to me to get this message across than anything else. So, that's that. Up until 4 years ago, I have never struggled with my mental health. If you were to look up happy-go-lucky in the dictionary, you would have seen my face besides it. I truly believed nothing could ever change that. But oh boy, was I wrong. Let me take you back to 2020, a year that was probably the worst for the majority of us. It definitely was for me. But funny enough, it was not due to Corona. If you know, you know. But due to my overall health that took a nosedive that year. The year started with a bang when my asthma came back in full force. Suddenly, I went from feeling completely healthy to having troubles breathing and being restricted in moving my body. Fast forward to March 2020, and Corona entered the picture, in which people were apparently the most in danger, people of age and those with relevant pre-existing conditions like asthma. So what happened naturally? Me, the person that went through life pretty much unbothered and only ever seen the bright side in situations up until that point, became fearful. So this fear, which I later realized was anxiety in all its glory, only became worse when months passed and I still didn't get better. At least that's what my mind made me believe. Because here's the real kicker. When doctors told me I'm healthy, but I still continued to feel as if an elephant was sitting on my chest, making it hard to breathe, I started to realize that I'm no longer having trouble with my physical, but my mental health. My mind was really out there making me believe I was dying every single day. And if that in itself wasn't already bad enough, the isolation I put myself in made everything worse. Because the only thing that kept my anxiety and panic attacks at bay was being in the comfort of my home. I was basically anxious of getting panic attacks, which made me, ironically enough, even more anxious. It was a vicious cycle and could have easily gone on forever if it weren't for the realization I had, because I started to wonder if my mind is strong enough to make me believe I am dying. It also has the power to make me healthy and thrive in life. So from that moment forward, I started to meditate daily in order to get to the bottom of my fear. I basically embodied the role of the observer, and that changed everything. By me listening to what my mind had to say, I in return got the answers to what actions I needed to take to counteract the self with a decision to want better for yourself, to be healthy again, and then you go out there and make it happen. And to all of those that made it onto the other side, I would love for you to share some advice in the comment section, how you were able to regulate your nervous system successfully. As always, I would love the comment section to feel like a big warm hug, where we are sharing our personal experiences to support and uplift one another. I love you, and you got this. You're stronger than you think you are. Whoa, that was a hefty one, wasn't it? I think this has been like the longest story I've ever written for such video of mine, and I know that I said in the beginning that I'm mainly putting these types of videos out for others to be able to relate to it and feel less alone, but honestly, writing this down healed me in ways that I didn't even know possible, and there's so much advice that I can take from it myself, because I'm probably going through the most transformative stage in my life right now, and a lot is up in the air, and I feel kind of unsettled and ungrounded, which it makes it very easy for anxiety to creep in and just take over. But this reminding me of how I was able to get myself out of that dark place in the past just reassured me that I'm able to do it again. Oh, that just gave me shivers. And I truly hope that you enjoyed this video, even though it was all over the place and there's a lot of outside noise. Thunder, motorbikes, people, construction. But those that are meant to see it will see it. I truly believe that. So with that being said, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope this video made you feel all the feels, but the positive ones, of course, that you feel comforted and seen and understood, because that's what I